Is Tesla a solution to the economy? October 17, 2022. Tesla is a solution to the economy. ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood said in an interview with Yahoo Finance Today. Wood noted that innovation will help solve the problems with supply chain issues as well as the food and energy crisis. There's been an accelerated consumer preference towards electric vehicles, like Tesla, because of oil prices, and we think there's no stopping that trend now, she said, adding that all stocks are experiencing difficulties as the market tries to understand how far the Fed will go and how deep the recession will be. We think Tesla, as I mentioned, is a solution to the problem, she added. Wood pointed out that gasoline demand over the summer dropped to levels that haven't been seen since the late 1990s. That's real demand destruction. It couldn't have happened without electric vehicles at the margin, taking a huge share from traditional automobiles, she said. The analysts at ARK Invest believe that gas-powered vehicles will be obsolete within the next 5 to 10 years. Wood emphasized the need for the auto industry to figure out how to migrate to EVs as well as the next phase that Tesla is leading. The traditional auto industry has to figure out a way to migrate into electric vehicles and into the next big phase we think Tesla is leading. The autonomous taxi platform phase, she said. Wood noted that the US is already in a recession but believes the economic contraction will be a function of this massive inventory overhang and have an inventory correction. This is a shock though to the system. And this idea that we have an inventory overhang we think is going to get bigger as consumers pull back, she said, citing an upcoming holiday season which is going to be pretty tough. She said source reposted and summarized from John Kreider at Tesla RT. My take: if Tesla manages to complete their missions of EVs, auto taxis and robots, it could usher in a new and better future for us all. Tesla kills skeptics. October 17, 2022. When Tesla released its third-quarter vehicle delivery and production figures, critics promptly pointed out that the company missed Wall Street's estimates. Part of the culprit, at least for Tesla skeptics, was China, which is supposedly seeing a demand problem amidst the emergence of competition from local automakers like NIO and XPeng. As per recent data released by the China Passenger Car Association (CPCA). However, this definitely does not seem to be the case at all, despite reports of Tesla China's deliveries seeing some headwinds last month. The CPCA's figures indicate that the EV maker delivered 77.613 vehicles to domestic consumers in September. For context, Tesla China's wholesale figures for September 2022 were 83,135 units. Though this number included 5,522 vehicles that were exported from China. A total of 51.802 Tesla Model Y crossovers and 31,333 Model 3 sedans were sold during the month. With these numbers in mind, it would seem that Tesla China achieved its second highest domestic sales in the country in September 2022. Just behind June 2022's 77,938 local sales. This was despite the domestic Chinese auto market being saturated with a wide variety of rival electric vehicles from local automakers and rumors that Tesla China was poised to adjust its vehicles' prices. Anyway, this does suggest that Tesla's vehicles still maintain a lot of interest among domestic Chinese car buyers. This is particularly evident in the fact that Tesla delivered about 120,000 vehicles in China in the third quarter. A 63% year-over-year increase. Veteran Tesla bull Dave Lee noted on Twitter that Tesla China's domestic sales figures in Q3 translate to almost 500,000 annualized vehicle deliveries in the country alone. With Tesla China expected to produce even more vehicles at a steady rate this fourth quarter. Expectations are high that Giga Shanghai's output will be even more consistent and impressive this Q4 2022. If Giga Shanghai delivers, Tesla China could effectively help the company achieve its ambitious self-imposed 50% growth target this year. Source reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Tesla RT. My take: there are always going to be people trying to bring Tesla down because they either don't understand what's going on yet, or they are terrified of it. Tesla's market share in Europe. There seems to always be stories about Tesla's demand dropping in different markets. From China to the US to now Europe. In fact, the latest FUD is that Tesla is losing 50% of market share in Europe and that there won't be any support for Tesla vehicles because the company would go under. This has caused many people to short Tesla. Tesla has been able to make electric vehicles with a range at around 300 miles that is affordable. Tesla vehicles have the best blend of technology and affordability available in an electric vehicle today. But the FUD is back. The price is too high. The economy is collapsing. The price of energy will be too much for electric vehicles. Tesla vehicles are overpriced. Tesla shows that you will save on fuel by owning a Tesla over time. In fact, if you own a Tesla for a 10-year period, most likely, you'll end up making your cost in fuel to pay for the price of the entire vehicle. It becomes even more if you are able to charge your car for free at work. What about equivalent cars to Tesla? There are VW and BMW cars that are in a similar price point to Tesla. But those cars don't perform as well. Or they don't have as much range. Or they don't quite have the technology that Tesla does. FUD many times. FUD against Tesla has been fairly constant since 2017 when I first bought shares of the company. I don't see it stopping anytime soon either. When someone is the leader, you are going to have constant pressure to dethrone him and take them out of the number one spot. If you look at light vehicle sales year to date, you can see that Teslas are up 47% while all others are down. Including Ford, BMW, General Motors, Hyundai, Kia, Stellantis, Subaru, Toyota, Mitsubishi, VW, Mazda, Volvo, Nissan, and Honda. The Model Y is a luxury car. But it is affordable as well when you add in the fuel savings against the monthly payment. This is something many people fail to do. In the case of my Model 3 RWD, I am not paying any cost for fuel right now due to free charging and being able to charge at my place of work. When I had my Honda Fit, I was paying around $150 per month for fuel. And I wasn't driving that much compared to most people. Many people spend $500 per month on fuel. My monthly payment ends up being about $330 net when you account for that fuel usage. That's a very affordable monthly payment for a luxury EV sedan. Tesla is doing many things right, and one of them is making sure their service is top-notch. Tomorrow, Tesla Mobile Service is going to visit me and fix a small issue with my seat for free. In Q3 2022, we will likely see Tesla's Europe market share increase beyond 20%. There has been some upgrades done. And Q4 will even be more telling about the truth of Tesla's market share. I would expect to see Tesla's market share around 25% in Europe. What do you think about Tesla's market share in Europe? Is it dropping? Source reposted and summarized from Jeremy Johnson at Talk News. My take: Tesla's market share will drop a bit because of all the other EVs on the market. The amount of cars they will keep selling will increase to a crazy amount though. Tesla owner races Model 3. October 17, 2022. Tesla owner Lily Fetterer shared her story of how she began racing her Model 3. It was a chilly September Sunday morning in San Francisco when I met with Lily to explore the city in her silver Tesla Model 3. Lily, a member of the Tesla Owners Club of East Bay, had kindly offered to give me a tour of the city, including a few places to look out over the bay. The morning fog showed up to join us for most of the day. And as I climbed hills and mountains, well, they seemed like mountains to me. I got to know Lily. One of the first things I noticed about her Model 3 was that it had Tesla Corsa 24 emblazoned on both the driver's and passenger's side doors. Tesla Corsa was founded to encourage Tesla owners to experience the limits of their cars in a professionally managed racetrack environment. Lily is a race car driver who shared her story with me. I asked her how she got into racing and how long she'd been racing. Lily and her family are fans of Tesla and already owned a Model X. The plan was to get the Model 3 as soon as it came out. And that's exactly what we did. We got it about 2 months after it came out. And they said they were planning on making a Model 3 that you could race. The Model 3 performance was a couple of years down the line. And Lily decided to make her purchase. I got my Model 3. And one day, because of COVID, I was just browsing the web and trying to find things I could do with my Tesla. And I found Tesla Corsa. Lily explained that Tesla Corsa is sponsored by Unplugged Performance, which had already had 9 events before Lily joined. I joined for the 10th event, which was at Laguna Seca. They told me if I could do that course in 2 minutes and then I have some talent that might be worth pursuing. I got 2 minutes and 4 seconds, which was close enough. And so, I've been racing since. Lily started racing after taking delivery of her Tesla Model 3. As a woman who races in an EV, Lily told me it was a bit intimidating initially. It was kind of intimidating. I was the only woman at the track. At the first Laguna Seca. Another girl was also trying it out with her boyfriend. I think the nice thing is that there are some people who don't take it seriously. There are people who saw her as a woman and treated her as such. But Lily pointed out that there were people who wanted to help her succeed. There's a guy, Tom Mack, who is one of the best Tesla Corsa racers. And H has been my mentor throughout the process. H is always showing me videos, giving me feedback, riding with me, and trying to tell me how I can be better. Around the same time Lily began racing. She got involved with the Tesla Owners Club of East Bay. I absolutely love the club. I think they do so many wonderful activities. She told me. Lily noted that there are a lot of great Tesla clubs in the area, but what she likes most about the East Bay Club is that they have a lot of family-friendly events. We did a cruise to the top of Mount Diablo recently. They have a lot of fundraisers as well. I think that's the thing I love the most. They give back to the community. It's not just about getting people together and having fun. But it's about giving back. At almost every event, there's a donation aspect. The frunk or treat is coming. And I plan to win that competition. Halloween is my favorite holiday. And I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm a huge addict. So I do my house like that. And I'm also going to be doing my frunk like that. At Frunk or Treat, we ask people to donate and bring groceries for less fortunate people. And it's going to be held at a winery. So the kids will have frunk or treat. And the parents will have the wine. I asked Lily to share her advice for any women and girls who may want to get into racing. Don't be afraid. I think people just feel that it's different than driving on a freeway. And it's true. You've got tight turns, corners, and walls. But it's something that anyone can do. I would say that it's exhilarating if you like skiing or any speed type of activity. I just recommend that people give it a try. I think that when more people give it a try, they'll find themselves hooked. Source reposted and summarized from John A. Kreider at Tesla RT. My take: if you have the need for speed, it's obvious. Get a Tesla.